fortune of spending 48 years of my life with Swamiji, भौतिक रूप से. It is very important that you will know only what you have learned after some point of time. When you start really experiencing, the result of what you have learned is never seen immediately. These things have to be underlined. Okay? You will never see the result of what you have learned then and there. The moment it falls on your ears, it doesn't fructify. Is English okay, everybody? Huh? Okay. So I have to tell you why this topic was chosen. Swamiji knew Sanskritam. He learned Vedas basically to whatever extent that he had to learn. Vedanta, I'm sure you know about the kind of tattva that he had experienced. There was Rashtriyata in and out. He was such a patriot. There was Deshabhimana, there was Rashtriyata, everything. Probably the only extra thing probably that we'll know today is about swasthya, which is the health part of it. So under his guidance, when we started learning about Prasthanatraya from Swamiji about 24 years ago, I asked this all out of pure ignorance and certainly arrogance. That because when we have Swamiji, when we have that kind of lenience with him, and having grown up in his presence and things like that. So when he said, I will start teaching Vedanta, immediately my question was, will you teach Brahma Sutra? See, immediately the usual trend is, no, Brahma Sutra is very difficult, it's not for you. Leave it to me, I will tell, I know what to teach you, don't worry. है ना? ऐसे बोलते हैं ना, मतलब सामान्य रूप से. That was not the way how we used to handle. अमानित्वम अदम्भित्वम अहिंसा क्षांतिरार्जवम, है ना? See, so when a person says that, no, I know what to teach and things like that. What does it mean? What does it mean when a person says that?
Like not believing in the other person's intelligence.
That is one. Second thing, I know what to teach you, don't worry. So basically, a kind of letting down the person, snubbing and discouraging. Yeah? The other person might feel so. You know what he said? Brahma Sutra is very nice. It can be taught. Brahma Sutra is all about Brahman only. Yeah? So Brahman, what Shruti says, is Brahman cannot be perceived so easily. So what it does is it Bhagavan comes down a little bit. eh? Then he starts telling about the Upanishads. Hmm? So in Upanishads also it tells about Atman basically. Atman also very difficult to understand. So what Bhagavan Krishna did was in the manifested form of Vasudeva, he has done Upadesh, has given Upadesha to Arjuna, like us. So let us all start with Bhagavad Gita. You see the way how a Sadguru takes the student from letting him know as to where he is, but not hurting him. Huh? Something that we have to all learn. So from there on, it started. So throughout the learning journey, lot of things used to come to the mind because such was the family background that there were patriots, the entire family. We had pracharaks. Swamiji himself was a pracharak for a very long time, and intellectuals, all were mathematicians. Everybody knew Sanskritam. They knew the Veda by learning, chanting, etc. So these different, seemingly different uh, Vishaya, subject, topics, constantly it started disturbing me about 6 years ago. Because about 10 years ago, Swamiji gave me the permission to start teaching. Then he said, you start teaching something. ठीक है. Then we started simply following his footsteps, nothing different. From then on, what I was observing is what is happening, what is the present situation in the country. We all know Bharata is a lot of intellectuals. Knowledge is everywhere. But somehow there was no synchronization, there was no harmony, there was no holistic acceptance. There was no holistic acceptance in the sense that there are a lot of people who know Sanskritam, okay? They don't know Veda, okay? Many people know Vedas, but they don't know Sanskritam, nor do they know Shastra, which means it might be Shastra as Shad Darshana, which is Mimamsa, Sankhya, Vaisheshika, Vedanta, etc. There are many doctors, they don't know Sanskrita or Veda or Vedanta, nothing. There are many people who work, who do service to the country, Deshbhakta. So they don't know any of this. So when a person who is doing karma, according to what Vedas have said, so he limits himself, restricts himself, saying, this is what has been told in the Veda. It is told that you have to do karma, so I'm doing karma. I don't simply just care about what others are doing. Is there Rashtra Bhakti? When spoken about Rashtra Bhakti, it gets kindled for a minute, then it calms down. Huh? Just for a minute. Rarely on August 15th or Jan 26th. ठीक है. And then this happens to others with respect to other streams of knowledge except theirs. When you speak about Sanskrit, people who know Sanskritam, they say Sanskritam is very, very, very big, very great. This is what we have to do in life. All others are useless. Huh? But what is happening? We have developed all these as if it is for livelihood. There is a tinge of seva. There's a tinge of seva also, but most of it as livelihood and career, and so trying to satisfy myself and justify my actions. This is what has to be done. This is what I will do. This is the best thing. Whatever others are doing, I think all of them should do this, not that. समझ रहे हैं मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ? हाँ? Every person with respect to what he is doing thinks of the same thing. So there is no acceptance and there is no harmony in thought. Huh? But if you go back a few hundred years ago, or at least about 150 years ago, whenever you had a guru, somebody, a guru used to sort of, he was capable enough, he was equipped with knowledge enough to guide any person, keeping his samskara in mind, and to sort of initiate to him in all these things holistically, where his entire personality should grow and he should be reminded of the actual purpose of his life. That used to be the kind of guidance that each guru used to give. That is how a guru used to be. That is because they knew all these. They knew all these things. You see, Bhagavan Shankara himself. Take Bhagavad Gita, for example. Bhagavad Gita speaks of Sanskritam. I'm sure all of you know. Huh? It is in Sanskritam. It speaks of Veda, Brahma Karmodbhavam Vidhi. There Brahma Karmodbhavam Vidhi, there Brahma means Veda. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana speaks of karma. It speaks of swasthya, speaks of ahara, etc., etc. It speaks of sarvatma bhava. Speaks of sarvatma bhava or not? Huh? In Bhagavad Gita, sarvatma bhava is everything as Bhagavan, personification of Brahman in itself. Now, what is Rashtrayata? That is Rashtrayata, basically. Okay? So that is why Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. That is why he was called Jagadguru. Why is Bhagavad Pada called Jagadguru? That is because he was Bhagavan himself. Do you know he knew Ayurveda very well? Huh? No? No idea. No? Because Govinda Bhavatpada was an ardent, he's an expert in alchemy, Rasa Shastra. Hmm? Even Gaudapada, there are books. So I was thinking about this particular thing where why is it so fragmented in the country today? So what happens is you can't grow as a person. So you don't know how to grow as a person towards the ultimate aim of life. Rather, there is nobody to tell you what exactly is the ultimate aim should be and what are all the stages that you have to tread if you have to reach that. It is very easy to speak of Vedanta. That is why there are thousands of people preaching Vedanta today. You know? It is very easy actually, it is not difficult. So what happens is, what is Vedanta? Vedanta is all about knowing yourself. What does the Shastra say? I am Brahman. ठीक है. So I attended a course. So what should I do? Give up everything and contemplate on who am I? That is Brahman. Full stop. Over Vedanta. Very easy. So what happens is I don't give up everything. I think I have given up a lot of things, but I continue to sort of be in samsara and equally justify that is the best form of tyaga that I have just been doing, and immediately attach that particular thing. I hide that particular thing and superimpose that adhyasa on Brahman and say, I know I'm Brahmasmi. Very easy, I am Brahmasmi. What has Bhagavan said? Prakrite kriyamanaani gunaih karmani sarvashaha. So, guna gunesha vartante. So, you see, very easy. So, I will all the time doing, going to office, going to watch a movie, etc., etc. This is all happening in guna gunesha vartante. Prakrite kriyamanaani. I am not doing anything. I am Brahman. Now I am become very spiritual. Is this not easy? Huh? Is this not easy? Very easy. Very easy to learn Sanskritam, read what is there in the book, preach, and simply wash my hands off. So there are a lot of sadhakas today. But we have to remember, if we don't follow exactly what is being told, it is not simply just giving up. Stopping an action, not doing an action, is not vairagya. That is not spirituality. Extremely wrong. There is a path which has been prescribed. Huh? And Bhagavan, when I say Bhagavan, Bhagavan Krishna mentions this very clearly in Bhagavad Gita in the end. Yaha Shastra Vidhim Utsrajya Vartate Kamakarataha. How many of you remember the shloka? So what it says? Yaha, who Shastra Vidhim. What has been told in the Shastra. शास्त्र विधि, जो विधि बताता है शास्त्र में, उत्सृज्य, वन हु गिव्स अप, उत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः, वन हु डज एनीथिंग according to his own understanding and whims and fancy, न स सिद्धिम अवाप्नोति. he doesn't attain what he really wants to attain here. Here, in the sense, is Jagat mein. Out of whatever he interacts with the Jagat, he will not get the result what he really wants. Forget about moksha. Okay? If you if we all believe, huh? Sachi Shraddha se. Shraddha means, any idea what is Shraddha? Huh? Devotion. Exact meaning of Shraddha? Anybody? Exact meaning of Shraddha? Faith, compassion, that is Karunya, that is Samarpana. Huh?
Putting a value,
Ji?
putting a value to something.
Acha.
Belief in
Acceptance before discovery.
Acha.
belief in the words of the scripture and the book.
Acha. You see, what is Shraddha? Shradd plus dha. The word Shraddha means, Sanskrit word, it means Shrat plus dha means Shraddha. Okay? What is Shrat? Shrat means truth. Shrat means truth. What is dha? Is to retain, धारण करना. सो सत्य को धारण करना, श्रद्धा. ये सत्य मतलब क्या है? What is satya? What is the truth?
It doesn't change.
Yes, something that doesn't change is truth. What is it that doesn't change at all?
Only Brahma.
Bhagavan, God. Huh? If I tell the same thing in other words, it is the kind of energy, it is the potential energy behind the existence of the entire universe. Okay? It's the potential energy behind the existence of the entire universe. So there has to be Shraddha. So whether you accept or not, whether you have understood or not, whether you have realized it or not, that exists. समझ रहे मैं क्या कह रहा हूं? The energy exists. If you accept, it is good for you because it will guide you, because you want happiness only. ठीक है? So Bhagavan says, follow the Shastra. Now, what is Shastra? He says, Tasmat Shastram Pramanam. Pramana. What is Pramana? What is Pramana? Huh? The proof. The proof. ठीक है? So, we have to follow the Shastra. So Shastra takes every individual step by step from wherever he is, without demeaning, without insulting, without humiliating any individual. How much ever, wherever he is, away from the core. You know what is the core? Core is the truth. Keeping truth as the core. From however far he is, it will take him towards the core. No, that is Shastra. So, this kind of a holistic knowledge to understand an individual, if I have to guide an individual from wherever he is, whatever he is, towards Sukha of two kinds, one achievable, attainable, and something non-attainable which is always there, which is moksha, I should know a lot of things. I should know a lot of things. I should know Sanskritam. I should know the Veda. I should know karma properly as to what has been told in the Vedas. This is a very, very, very big, huge branch of the Karma Kanda. You know why? Because we all exist in that particular framework. We are all in that particular framework of karma or karmi. We are all doers. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. We are all doers. So, what do we all want? What do we all want in life? Ji?
Result.
In what form?
Moksha.
Moksha. Who said moksha? Who said moksha? Amma, don't you want anything else except moksha?
I want moksha.
My question is, now at this point of time, do you want only moksha? Other than moksha, are you ready to give up anything and everything? Is my question. No, that's it. Huh? I will take you.
Giving up is okay, but is it Dharma to give up everything?
I will come to that. I'll come to that. Correct. Good. I want this session to be lively and interactive. I want 1,000 questions today. Whatever little time that we have, I want to exchange. So let us make it interactive. It's okay. We are not here with an agenda. Okay? So the best of whatever we can utilize, we'll utilize. I'll come again. Don't worry. I've told you the very beginning, I'm here to work with all of you. So I'll come to that. So we are not ready to give up anything and everything for the sake of moksha now. I know I want moksha. Okay? Because that is how it has been described. Whenever you describe anything, na, so why does this child of 7th standard, why does he want to go to IIT? You tell me. He doesn't know anything about IIT actually. He doesn't know anything. But he wants to go to IIT when he's about 10, 11. Why? Why? Yeah.
He's been told
What?
that IT is very good.
That's your destination.
Why? What have you told the child about IIT that he really immediately starts thinking of it and he wants to prepare for it?
If you enter IIT, then your life is
What?
Prestige, money.
Who said that?
wealth,
Who said that?
I said.
Correct. Basically, you know what? You take him towards sukha, attainable sukha. You go to IIT, the moment you come out of IIT, you're sure to get 5 lakhs a month.
Life is set.
You only say that particular life is not set anyway.
That's what
We all know. Correct. है ना? So you basically throw a bait to the child, give him a very colorful picture of the future, whether he wants it, whether he doesn't want, whether he has the yogyata, the eligibility criteria that he really has to satisfy, whether does he have a samskar. No, we don't want to know anything. All we want to know is money and attainable material sukha. Is this the bold truth or not?
Yes.
Correct? Yes.
It could also be because there's just a social narrative. Going to IT in itself is nothing. You have achieved something.
Correct. How many people go to IITs with the true intent of the scientific thirst? Now. Then why is it? Ji?
If they would have gone with that reason, they won't become investment bankers.
Exactly. Hannah? What I'm trying to say is the social narrative, it's a big network. It's a big network. So people, the moment there is money, okay, everything will come towards it. It's very easy. It will automatically come towards it. ठीक है. So finally, we end up repenting, regretting, feeling sorry for so many things in life. You know, this is happening. Yes or no? I will tell you what is happening. How much of culture and tradition is alive in practice today? How much? Hardly anything. How many of us are in dukkha because of it? Can you please raise your hands? In the sense, truly, please place your hand on the chest and say, how many of us are feeling so sorry for what has happened that we have given up our own culture, tradition, etc.? Please raise your hands. Okay, very nice. How many of you who raised your hands have or are putting efforts to revive or practice what come may? One, two, three, four. You know what I'm saying? You see? So with whatever number we have, when it came to practice, it came to less than 10%. ठीक है? So now, this was the what to say, tapan. Tapan matlab it was constantly bothering inside me, probably for the past 7 8 years, 6 to 7 years. Because fortunately, because of Swamiji's guidance and his presence, what the Shastra says, what Bhagavan says, basically, what the Shastra says, and how things are happening is exactly in the opposite direction. It's in the opposite direction. And Bhagavan also cautions, he cautions, evam pravartitam chakram yaha na anuvartayati. I am bringing this sloka in the prose order. Evam pravartitam chakram yaha na anuvartayati saha aghayuhu indriyaramaha mogham paratha sajivati. There is a cycle what the Shastra has prescribed. So it says you pay respect to nature, okay, through a way how it has to be performed. When you prostrate to elders, that's a very very good thing that is in the north. Whenever there is an elderly person, immediately they touch their feet, है ना, पैर छूते हैं ना. Is it not a ritualistic way of doing things? How many don't accept this, you tell me? Is that not a ritualistic way of doing a particular action, of expressing your respect? Yes or no? Acha, no. Now, similarly, if there is some other ritualistic way of doing something else, why don't you accept that? You know what I'm saying? Instead of touching their feet, Why don't you touch the head? What difference does it make between your leg and head? The same body, two different organs. Why? You tell me.
I bend to pay.
What happens if you bend?
Humility.
Correct. है ना? It is basically giving up your ahankara. है ना? Paying respect is giving up your ahankara and thanking them for your own existence today here. You exist as an individual because of the elderly person. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here today. Starting from your parents. Yes or no?
Yes.
Such a beautiful, simple way of showing your own your respect. There is a very ritualistic way of expression. It's a very simple thing. Similarly, all customs and traditions have been laid with that particular thing in mind. Remember that. So you follow this particular tradition, okay, till you get moksha, to put it in a nutshell. So this was running in my mind. So Bhagavan has spoken about everything. He has spoken about samskar, samskriti, the shastra, karma, jnana, rashtriyata, swasthya, everything. But it is fragmented. So I was, whatever was running in my mind, I started discussing with Swamiji. ठीक है? Because I knew he would be the person who will understand because he already is with the entire background and experience he is here. He was very um, hesitant. Usually he waits. He doesn't simply say, ah, fantastic idea, let's do it. No, that's not the way how he used to do it. You know what it says? In Veda it says how Bhagavan did the Srishti. तस्यांतर्मनसि कामः समवर्तत इदगं सृजेयमिति यद्वाचा वदति तत्कर्मणा करोति. So when Bhagavan wanted to create, tasya antaha manasi kamaha samavartata. In his mind, the desire to create, rather the need to create, came. Then he spoke of it. Then whatever he spoke, he executed in action, it says. Tasya antaha manasi kamas samavartata idagam srijeyamiti. Want to create this? Yad vacha vadati, that what he says, whatever he says, tat karmana karoti. He does exactly what he has spoken. Okay? So, Swamiji used to say, if something has to be done, think about it properly, let it sink, then speak about it only if it is going to be done. Huh? Otherwise, if you say something, somehow you see to it that it will be done. You have to fulfill. No, this is Daivi Lakshana. Otherwise, it becomes hypocrisy. Once you want it, you speak of it, you don't do, then the circuit is not complete. So it is wrong. Okay. So keeping this in mind, he took a lot of time. He started discussing, and then finally, probably 1 year before his samadhi, he said, you have to only believe what I'm saying. So he said, so the idea was, if Shankara's Adi Shankara's Siddhanta has to be reached out, propagated to everybody, because there is everything in it. There is Swasthya in it, there is Vedanta, there is Karma, there is Rashtriya, everything is there in Shankara's Vedanta. Okay? If that is there, if it has to be propagated, then it has to be in a very holistic way. We have lost that particular holistic way of teaching. So why don't we revive this particular thing which was already there? है ना? So after a lot of discussion, Swamiji said, if at all this particular thing happens, if such a Gurukulam where students will get to learn all these and will become the true gurus in future, like how it was, then वो जो मेरा अवतार का जो उद्देश्य था, मैं ऐसा मानता हूं कि वो साकार हो गया, सार्थक हो गया. ठीक है? So from then on, the entire thing started off, and with blessings of Jagat Guru of Sringeri, this initiative is in progress slowly. That is because our Pujya Swamiji had very, very clearly, bluntly said one thing in the last. He said, anything you have in mind, it's an instruction that you should go to Jagat Guru of Sringeri, Acharya, present it in front of him, and take his blessings. Whatever he says, you simply just do. There is nobody else who can guide. Not possible. These were his words, which I have done till now, which I am doing, which I will do. Okay? So, there are 5 facets Samskritam, Veda, Vedanta, Swasthya, Rashtriyata. अच्छा, ठीक है. These are the 5 points that we intend to cover today. Any questions till now? Can somebody give me a watch, a wristwatch if you have, with correct time?
On the right side is that's the correct time.
That's the correct time?
Yes.
10:32. अच्छा, ठीक है. Any questions? Any question? It is okay. Don't hesitate. Don't think the actual topic has not started, if I can ask or not. No. Let it be a random question. It's okay. If it is going to be covered in other 5, I will take it up. Otherwise, I'll answer, try to answer it now. Yes.
I have one, this thing you said, it is prescribed in the Shastra how one should live. So if one follows that, I think it looks to me sometimes.
Can we have a mic for the person who is asking? Because no. That's not the point. There are people online who are also participating, so it would probably facilitate them to hear the question properly.
So you said there's path for everyone to follow. So one should follow what's written in the Vedas or Shastras. But to me, sometimes it looks, wasn't it a aim to control how the society should function. Is it sometimes it is.
Okay. Achha. What are you doing? Pardon?
Psychology.
Psychology. What are you? Student? Learning? And working both?
Learning.
Learning only. Very good. The place wherever you are learning, does it have a controlled atmosphere or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why?
I think to make a study.
So you are studying psychology. You want to achieve something. You want to accomplish something, right? That's the reason you are learning something. So if it has whatever you want to learn, whatever you learn will lead you to an action. If the action has to give you the kind of result what you aspire for, the entire thing has to be controlled.
There's always this tendency. Like, I don't want to follow what they're telling. There's always a revolution.
Rebellion. It's not about the rebellious nature. You know, this has been told I want to do.
There's always this energy that doesn't want to follow what they're saying.
Huh, correct. There is a kind of rejection that you don't want to follow what the Shastra has said. Correct. But you want to follow the kind of controlled atmosphere in your institution.
No, not also that. I had to, but I don't want to.
Pardon? Come again?
I had to because I want to achieve something,
Correct.
some license, but
Correct.
I don't want to. There's always this rebellion. They are controlling.
But that's always there. Huh, that's always there. That's always there. Now I understand your question. So, why cannot I'll simplify your question to yourself. Rather, I will try to pick the question from within yourself. Why can't I be simply happy without doing anything? Rather, I will do what I like when I like. Whenever I feel like doing something, I will start doing.
Concept of free will.
Like whatever. ठीक है मैं मन में जो चाहता हूँ वो करता हूँ जब मन में आए जो आए वो करता हूँ तो जो भी करता हूँ जब भी करता हूँ मुझे सुख की प्राप्ति ही होनी चाहिए और कुछ नहीं सुख तो चाहिए और कुछ तो नहीं चाहिए ये तो गारंटी है ना सो दिस इज द बेसिक थिंग दैट इज इनसाइड I want to be free in my thought and action. Correct? Achha. Huh? Same thing. Thought and action go hand in hand. If they don't go, then it's a disease. है ना? If thought and action don't go hand in hand, it's a disease actually. It's an aberration, basically. So it's not correct. Because they are connected. Scientifically, they are not. Are they not connected? Then it has to be in place. So, Bhagavan speaks of the same thing in Gita also. You know why this comes? This question comes. आलस्य हि मनुष्याणां शरीरस्थो महान् रिपुः. Alasya, being very callous. Why should I wake up in the morning? Why shouldn't I wake up 8:30, 9 o'clock? Why should I take bath? Without taking bath, why can't I eat? Why can't I take bath at 12:30 post breakfast? Take a nap again? Huh? Watch TV. Try to do something for the sake of doing it by 3:30, 4:30. Simply lead a random life. But still try to be happy. Rather, achieve happiness through interaction. Please remember, this is impossible. This is impossible. I will tell you scientifically how it is not impossible when I will address the word dharma. Okay? There is a word called dharma. I will answer that then. But this is the actual thing which is inside. It might not have come out the way how it is actually there, but that is the hidden thing inside. Huh? You contemplate on that and see if it is not true or not.
So these tendencies are unnecessary.
Yes, very much. It is nothing but alasya.
What about lack of shraddha?
Same thing. So I don't want to know. You know what I mean? I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Because if you tell me, immediately it falls on my ears. The moment it falls on my ear, it has some meaning in it. Na? That meaning will start eating me. If not today, tomorrow. I will come to that. Nitinji, you had some question?
श्रद्धा का जरा एक बार आप दोबारा बता दें श्रद्धा से आप
Shraddha, Shrat means Satya. That which is there. उसमें धारण करना, हाँ? उसमें धारण से रहना, श्रद्धा. तो पूर्ण रूप से believe with action. Simply believing is not only here. Kaya, vacha, manasa, staying with that belief is what is Shraddha. हाँ माँ.
शास्त्रों में कि ये जो रूल्स और रेगुलेशंस हैं तो वो लेडीज कैसे फॉलो करें?
बहुत सारे हैं. When the thing of karma comes, I will
क्योंकि
teach.
वो उनके लिए एक बाउंड्री पॉइंट बन गई है गृहस्थ आश्रम की, वो तो सारे दिन उसी में फंसी रहती है, वो कैसे करें?
बहुत अच्छा प्रश्न. Please remind the same question when we will talk about karma. ठीक है? हाँ.
Two things. First, I want to talk about the Gurukul concept and just a small question there. But your friend here, the one thing is that we are. So there is a framework in which the Shastras probably ask you to live in, and within the perimeter of that framework. But that's not as some of the time when I read some of the scriptures of the Brahmin, the Abrahamical religions, it's a very prescriptive thing to, you will have to do this and not that. That's a vast difference in the way that we, our framework and perimeter is defined. So that's where, but the thing I wanted to talk about with the Gurukul structure is, for example, when we talk about energy, right? So I'm talking about, let's say, everybody's talking about going towards renewables, so solar energy. But the way we are today in terms of fossil, it has to be a transition. So putting that same logic into the concept of Gurukul, how long would you think, or how do you think that this transition would be achieved? Because it's definitely, we can't just be there in next 5 years, everybody is in that system which made us so prosperous as a country. So what's your view on that particular aspect?
Very good. अच्छा, beautiful question. अच्छा, ठीक है. Do you all understand by the word called core? CORE, the core of something, है ना? आधार, केंद्र बिंदु,
basis.
केंद्र बिंदु. I will straight away come to that. I'll come to that. Now, any other question, please? Any other question? No. Okay, very good. Now I will start asking questions. What are you? How do you identify yourself as?
As the body, mind, intellect at the moment.
Okay.
As existence.
Okay, whatever. Simple. I want a very simple answer. Not what I have, not bookish. something that I experience. If I ask, who am I, who are you, what will I answer? Simple thing. ठीक है? अच्छा जी.
At the moment, at the moment, I am a simple person, a part of this group, and the cycle of sound.
What is your identification? How do you identify yourself as?
See, basically, if I think of my core, I want that I should be in harmony with myself.
Don't speak of I want.
Um,
What are you? How does anybody introduce oneself?
My name.
I'm
No, wait.
Just say
No, wait.
some-
Acha, that's it. Okay. Nitin ji?
I, and I have body, mind, intellect complex.
Okay. Okay.
What is your question, sir? So your question is, who am I?
If I ask you, who are you?
Who are you?
Huh.
So I have to tell you where I most identify myself with.
That's all.
So I am the husband of my wife.
Ah. Very nice. Over?
That is why I said.
अच्छा, ठीक है. अम्मा? हाँ? If you answer this question, then there are a lot of questions will follow. That is why I said, please don't say anything that is bookish. Aham Ananda Atma is that what has been told in the Shastra. Correct? Yes. It has been told in the Shastra that I am Ananda Atma. Am I Ananda Atma now? No. No. Okay. Now I understood from where that answer is coming. Okay. I will take that answer. Okay. I will sincerely take that answer. Yes.
I think I am or we are what we speak. Because we are not our name. Our name is given by our parents. So that is something given to us. We are not particularly, we are a gender, we are our age, but that is also just a number.
Is this how you will answer a person who asks you who you are? If somebody comes to your house and say, "Aap kaun hai?" Do you answer like this?
So we would answer by our name.
Ah.
I'm not quite sure if that would be the right in a moral sense way.
Correct. That's all later on. All that is later. What I was trying to drive at is there is some identity, na? Any person, any individual, there is an identity. See the kind of identity that we all have. It extends maximum to this sharira and next one more sharira or my profession, etc. That's it. It doesn't go beyond that. You see, there's a lot of, I'm sure, people who are quite knowledgeable in Vedanta are sitting here. So, मैं थोड़ा साहस करता हूँ कि there is a difference in saying aham ananda atma even now and if it has been in experience, then amanitvam adambhitvam ahimsa kshantararjavam acharyopasanam shaucham स्थैर्यम आत्म विनिग्रह आत्म विग्रह, all these things will come. All those things are expressions of aham anandam atma. Only Ramana Maharshi can be like that. If I wear a lion cloth like Ramana Maharshi, if I sit on a couch like Ramana Maharshi, if I close my eyes, sit in a cave like him, I will not be Ananda Mahatma. No. Forget about Atma, that is always Ananda. Okay? That's a different thing. What the Shastra says and what I see in experience, experiential thing is totally different. You know what I'm saying? There are no two Ramana Maharshis. Are you understanding? I'm saying there are no two Ramana Maharshis. There is only one Ramana Maharshi. There can be only one Ramana Maharshi. है ना? So when Bhagavan Ramana said, contemplate on who am I, just by thinking about who am I will not become Anandatma. No, it can never happen, is what the Shastra says. So Bhagavad Gita basically talks about the same question put to Arjuna. Who are you? Try to understand who are you. From there, he takes 18 chapters to make him realize who he is. And after realization of who he is, what is the kind of expression that is seen is also told. Yes or no?
Yes.
Sarvatma Bhava, what was there in Ramana Maharshi, is the thing how it is, how it basically validates to Jnana. So, there are two things. If I say I am Anandam Atma, I have to accept it is Shastra Vichara. ठीक है? Now, हमको क्या बनना है जीवन में is the next question. See, our identities are very, very, very limited, very restricted, na? Restricted identities. So if you see, if you go back, oh, that was the, I forgot to sort of give that instruction. Can you all put your mobiles in silent mode? The usual instruction. Sorry. Please take your mobile once, see if it is in silent mode. You see, if you go back, ठीक है. Amma Neena ji, what was your grandfather?
He was farmer.
Farmer. Very good. What was your grandfather? You remember?
My grandfather,
Huh?
I think he was a landlord.
No.
He was a forest conservator.
Acha. By profession.
Yes.
Anybody remembers two more generations earlier? Great grandfather?
Name I remember.
No, name. Ghanapathi. Okay? He was a Brahmana. Neena ji? Huh? आप ब्राह्मण हो? No. So he was a farmer. Acha. I am here to speak very mukta kanth se. So put your hand on the chest when I say I am a Shudra. Okay? Please take this from me. If anybody is a Shudra, say I am boldly say with pride, say I am a Shudra. Because a Shudra is not vertical hierarchy mein, that is not the thing. Absolutely not. It is wrong information. He is a Vaidika. Take this from me. He's a Vaidika. What do you mean by Vaidika? Vaidika means he belongs to the Veda. He belongs to the Vedic tradition. Underline this 10 times. Okay? Okay. So don't hesitate to say, I'm a Kshatriya, I'm a Vaishya, I'm a Brahmana, whatever. Okay? So he was a farmer. Acha, theek hai. Anybody else's grandfather, what they were doing? Grandfather,
Finance Minister of the King.
finance minister with the king. Acha, theek hai. Okay, very good. Businessman. Ha. So if you go back, did they know much of culture and tradition then? Then
I don't know, should know.
They should know.
My
Correct.
father knew very much.
Ha. See, his father himself knew very much. So obviously, his grandfather knew much more. Yes or no? Do you agree with this? If you go back and see, they were more knowledgeable than us. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, very good. Their health was much better than ours. You all agree? Yes. The sense of contentment or samadhan, shanti, sukha was much, much more than what we have today.
Yes, 100%.
Yes. Not many of them were very, rich. Not many of them were very rich. So affordability was very less. Yes or no? Huh. There were big families. Yes or no? Acha. You see, we are exactly contradicting with our own thing what we know, what we think we know of what we are today to what we actually know about our own ancestors. Not 1,000 years ago, just about 150 years ago. Yes or no?
Right.
So whenever we feel there is knowledge, huh, there is power. How many of you agree with this? Knowledge is power. You all agree with this? Because anything, if you see, I will tell you. I know there is somebody coming home. I don't know anything except preparing khichdi, for example. मुझे कुछ नहीं मैं कुछ नहीं जानता हूँ एक्सेप्ट प्रिपेयरिंग खिचड़ी. मुझे कोई और चीज़ बनाने में मतलब दिलचस्पी ही नहीं है, मालूम भी नहीं है. ऐसे रखेंगे तो ठीक रहेगा क्या? अच्छा है क्या? What you feel? You feel that your capacity is very less, your knowledge is very less. है ना? Just imagine, let 25 people come. What is there? I can prepare whatever 10 items. What does it mean? I know to prepare 10 items and I'm capable enough to prepare for 25 people. Yes or no? Simple thing. Now, if I can take care of a big company, you can simply just sort of replicate the same thing. Knowledge and power. Yes or no?
Yes.
How many of you don't want to be like that, you tell me? I want to be more knowledgeable, which means I want to be more powerful. Anybody who doesn't want to be like that? Huh? A wrong question, and probably for anybody crossing 70, 75. Huh? But we all want to be like that, no? Yes or no?
Yes.
We want to have more knowledge. We want to be more knowledgeable. And we know knowledge is power. How many of we are really trying to know what kind of knowledge will make us more powerful? Anybody?
That would depend on the goals of your life.
Correct. So basically, we don't know what kind of knowledge gives me more, makes me more and more powerful. That particular thing itself, we don't know. Correct? We think by achieving, by attaining, gathering some XYZ knowledge about sociology, physics, chemistry, biology, medical science, mathematics, pottery, carpentry, music, whatever. Huh? We go on like this. So finally, you see what happens. By that, what we are doing is we are converting the same to our livelihood, and again to happiness, materialistic happiness, and that too we are trying to limit and putting a boundary to that particular attainment of happiness to me and my only immediate family. Yes or no? Whatever I have with me today, okay, pardon me, don't take it very literally, but from tattvic point of view, are we not enjoying life beyond what it actually really is required? It's okay. Nobody will snatch that, so don't worry. Tell me. Huh? है ना? Huh? We are four at home. We have four rooms today. Huh? Um, we have lot of, okay. So look at our own ancestors. Something that you told me, I did not say. There were 25 people at home. There was no money. There was not much of luxury, okay, etc., etc. But they were very healthy. They used to do a lot of things. They used to do a lot of charity, whatever best that they could. Huh? They had lot of shanti, samadhan, etc. Don't you think it is contradictory to what we are? है ना? So if you have to know what yes.
See, in context with this sharing one event, one memory comes to me. There was we have a driver, and that driver, he one day told me that he's in context of some conversation. He told me that he's looking after a child, a daughter. That driver is bringing up a small girl since the age of 2 years when her parents died. And it set me thinking that can I actually, if somebody is like that in my own, khandan, some child, will I bring that child to my home and bring up that child? I think if I think like that, just when there is not actual situation there, when that nobody is there, I might say I will do it. But when it actually comes there, I'm talking about myself, I'm not talking about anybody. It is such a big responsibility, and it frightens me. I don't know whether I'll do it or not. Most likely I will not do it. But that sets me thinking about my own values then. So this is what probably we are discussing. Are we discussing this?
Not exactly.
Not exactly.
Not exactly.
Okay.
No.
Because the sharing part,
When I say share, I really it's not a kind of a live-in kind of an atmosphere. It's not that. No, what I meant was we want. Huh.
So when we talk about our grandfathers, one important aspect is the collective sense of not being a material world as we compare it to today. The way we are materialistic today, of course, from their point of view, they would have been more materialistic than their own grandfathers, maybe.
Correct.
At least I can say that we are way more, and the world is way more materialistic today than it was then. Hence, little was better. Or
Correct.
you would have been content with whatever you
Correct. So what I'm trying to say is the kind of sukha that I want more to me and my immediate family. Though I am in a position to share that kind of probably comfort and money and things like that, I am scared to do it.
I think we do, some of us do
Correct,
that.
correct. No, no, no. I don't. So we certainly do it. Huh? The reason why where I'm driving at is if we don't imagine the core as a point and we draw concentric circles. Okay? We draw about 15 concentric circles. Is everyone understanding this? There is a point, okay? I draw circles one around the other. Go on drawing circles, okay? And there are about 15 layers. Okay? Probably we are in the 15th. Okay? From the core. The core as per the Vedic tradition. Okay? Okay. All I am driving at is, it is very easy to say, keep doing this also, keep try to do that also, everything is beautiful. Okay? To sort of do a rope walk, balancing act and just go away, that's very easy. So I think I'll be much appreciated then. You know what I'm saying? Like, without putting restrictions, without putting exactly rules and regulations and things like that, if somebody says good things, then that is very appreciated. That is also not wrong. But if I don't speak about the actual thing and only speak about balancing act, no, that is an eyewash. That is an eyewash. There is no use in it. So I'm going to touch upon the actual things today. Okay. I'm coming to language. Okay. Now you see about if I really want to grow knowledgeable and stronger, there is a sukti in Sanskritam. Sukti is अच्छी बात. उद्यमेनैव सिद्ध्यन्ति कार्याणि न मनोरथैः. उद्यमेनैव सिद्ध्यन्ति, उद्यमेन एव सिद्ध्यन्ति कार्याणि. Udyama. Anybody understand this word udyama? Huh? Huh? Hard work. Effort. Anything else? Huh?
Being industrious.
Okay. So I'll again come to the exact meaning of the word udyama. Udyama is ut plus yama. Okay? Yama is prayatna. Yatna, yama is an effort. Ut is upwards. Okay? From wherever you are, you get up. अभी वो उत्तिष्ठा बोलते हैं ना, उत्तिष्ठा बोलते हैं, उत्तिष्ठ जागृता. So when you say उत्तिष्ठ in Sanskritam, ut plus tishtha, get up and stand is what it says. Tishtha is stand, ut means get up. That is ut. That is why in Hindi क्या बोलते हैं? उठ बोलते हैं ना. उठ, उठिए. So uthiye means get up. So arises from the root word ut. ठीक है. So udyama is from wherever you are, please get up and start doing things. Okay? Udyamena eva siddhyanti. Only if you put efforts in the form of action, udyamena eva siddhyanti, it will result in the actual fruit. Karyani, the action will bear fruit. na manorathaihi. If we have simply, if I aspire for something and simply keep quiet, nothing will happen. Nothing. Okay, it's a big zero. It's actually waste of time. So, whatever parishrama or effort we have to put, at least personally, I have sort of decided to put parishrama for another 30 years. Let's see. Okay? If we don't work for 30 years, from wherever we are, to sort of progress, we can't achieve. Okay? In our own spheres is what I'm saying. Okay? Um, after how many years was Bhagavan Rama born to Dasharatha? Anybody knows? Huh? Any idea?
After how many years of marriage to
Huh? Any idea? Any guess?
14 years.
Huh?
14 years.
14 years. Who said that? No, it's okay. What if it? Amma, it is only a guess now. Why? It's okay. 14,000 years. Huh?
It was his fourth stage of life, जैसे बाल्यावस्था.
No, 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 no. So after how many years in age, lifespan of Dasharatha was Rama born? No idea, no? 60,000 years. Can you all repeat? It should ring in your ears. You know what? We are in such a stage, we can't even relate to this. We have come. Ji?
After marriage and at the age of
At the age of 60,000 years. Huh? After 60,000 years, Rama was born. 60,000 years. This is not my interpretation. This is what Ramayana says. Okay. What was the age when Rama went to fight along with Vishwamitra? What was the age of Rama? Any idea?
12 years.
Eh?
12 years.
12? 25 to 30? Are these guesses?
yes,
Guesses.
It says somewhere in past 12 years, that is 16 years.
Correct. Very good. Perfect. 16 years. ठीक है?
at the age of 16 years.
16 years. A young lad of 16 went to sort of help Vishwamitra fight the most powerful demons. Okay? We don't even let our children go to college independently today. We take them by car, drop them, and come back. Yes or no? We are so scared today. Huh? When I take such instances, please don't take me wrongly. I am only talking of how we have lost our own strength. That's all. Our own identity and strength. Okay. Not to say whatever today is happening is wrong. No, it's not that. I'm reiterating the same thing. Don't take me wrong. Huh? No. For how long did Rama rule?
10,000 years.
10,000. Huh, close. 11,000 years. So just imagine the Sharira, Bala, Jnana, how it was. है ना? Now it is dwindling. It was 100 years. People used to say Shatamanam Bhavati. Now, where is Shataman? Shataman is only in books. By 60, 65, everything is over. Post 60, it is only bonus. If anything is there, it is basically bonus. है ना? Yes or no? Quality of living has come down. The importance of language. Why this particular language has been there, Sanskritam has been there since time immemorial. Why? See, what is the first expression of any individual? How does, pardon? In the sense, speech. Speech. Huh? You know something? The survival of a child soon after it is born is validated by the cry, the quality of life, etc., is validated by the cry of the child. If the child doesn't cry even 6 to 7 seconds, there is going to be an aberration in the brain, because for those 6 seconds there is going to be a cutoff of blood supply. So it leads to a major disturbance in the entire for life. Okay. So speech is very, very, very important. That is the first proof. Okay. Speech is very important as far as an individual's personality also is concerned. Bhagavan Kalidasa, I'm sure you have all heard of Kalidasa. Anybody who has not heard of Kalidasa? It's okay if you're not heard. Please raise your hand. Very good. So Kalidasa writes, Keyuran na vibhushayanti purusham hara na chandrojvalaha na snanam na vilepanam na kusumam nalankrita murdhajaha वाण्येका समलं करोति पुरुषं या संस्कृताधार्यते क्षीयन्ते खलु भूषणानि सततं वाग्भूषणं भूषणम्. He says, no decoration of whatsoever, no taking shower twice, thrice a day, etc., no perfume is the actual bhushana. भूषण बोलते हैं ना, for any individual. It is basically vani. Vani is vak or speech. Vani eka samalam karoti purusham ya samskrita dharyate. He who has good samskara, an individual who has had samskrita, who is samskrita adharyate, kshiyante khalu bhushanani satatam. All other bhushanas, they vanish, they disappear, no use. Lackluster. ठीक है. Vak bhushanam bhushanam. It is basically the vak which is there. Okay, that is the exact bhushana for any individual. So if you see, how many of you have a link to Sanskritam, or rather how many of you don't have touch with Sanskritam? Very nice. Oh, who don't have? 1, 2, 3. So all others have. So you know something about Sanskritam, etc., etc. Little bit of Sanskritam. You have all read. That's very nice. Acha, ठीक. Good. Huh? Okay. How many of you know Vedanta? Arey, huh. Many of you, I'm sure, all of you studied. Studied only. No. Let us not go somewhere else. We are all in the realm of adhyasa only. Please don't worry.
Most of us from Swamiji.
From Swamiji? Have heard? Acha, theek. So we know what is Nama Rupa. Correct?
Yes.
We all know what is Nama Rupa. Very good. So, the existence of any object is first with its sound. The first thing that denotes the existence of any object, of any substance, is sound. Yes or no?
Existence is
If I see something,
If you know something, if you see, you won't know what it is unless you have been told what it is earlier. If you don't know. है ना? So, it has to be told in the beginning. Huh? So, if it has to be told, then it has to be in the form of sound. Yes or no? Yes or no? Correct. So, you see, there is again Kalidasa in Raghuvamsha starts with Vagartha viva sampraktau Vagartha pratipattaye Jagatah Pitaru Vande Parvati Parameshwaru. So whenever there is Shabda, there is Artha along with Shabda. Whenever there is a sound, there is also a meaning attached to it. Yes or no?
yes.
Okay. Sound cannot independently exist without its Artha, but Artha can exist even without the sound. Yes or no?
Yes.
Anybody who did not understand this? Acha, theek. Suppose I say pool. Even if I don't say pool, what pool is exists. है ना?
Yes.
There is no sound there. Sound is only here. Correct? I am now talking of why Sanskrit is very, very important. What is the impact of Sanskritam on health? Why is Sanskritam there in the Veda? Why has it withstood all kinds of oppressions, onslaughts, etc., etc.? All these things are linked. So, from where did the actual sound, from where did it originate? The first sound. Anybody?
Akasha.
Om. Om is one answer. Amma, what did you say? Damaruga. Okay.
When the Srishti was created.
Correct. When the Srishti was created. Okay. Who can exactly tell me when did the Srishti happen? Correct? So, how many Srishtis have been over till now? Anybody? Is it don't know or infinite? Infinite. Pardon?
Infinite, no gas.
And no guess means infinite in the sense, because there is a little bit of scientific fraternity also. Don't say there was nothing. Huh? You can't say there was nothing, because if you say nothing, at least the person who says nothing has to be there. At least he has to be there. That is impossible. Okay? So the observer to nothing always has to be there. So it is never possible that there existed something called nothing. Okay? What it was, we will see later. Don't worry. So there has to be a sound before the matter comes, because whatever matter has come has to be thought of how it has to be, how it has to come, etc., etc., what has to be there. For example, creation. If creation has to be there, then I told you how Bhagavan acts. Tasyantar manasi kamas samavartata idam srijayamiti yad vacha vadati tat karmana karoti. Correct? If you have to prepare gulab jamun, if it is in your mind, then you say, I have to prepare gulab jamun, this is what it is. There are other people also. So you tell them, this is going to be gulab jamun, how to prepare this, these are the ingredients, it has to be mixed like this, etc., etc. Yes or no? Yes or no? Because the person who will taste gulab jamun will ask, what is it, how did it come, what does it contain, etc. Then you will have to say, which means you have had it, you speak of it, then you show it in action. So there is sound in the beginning. So if whatever it is all in the framework of creation. So if you say Om, है ना? It says Om. There are 3 letters. So what does it basically encompass? Now, for whose sake did this particular Om, which denotes Brahman, from where did so many sounds of different ways of sounds come? How? You know my question? My question is a, e, u, ta, pa, ta, etc. So from where did this particular thing come? Is there an order in this particular arrangement or not? Okay. So the only way that we will know about this is, we have to, if we want to really regard, then I have to understand and respect, then I have to understand its origin. है ना? You see, then I have to go to the Shastra only, there is no other go. So what it says is, you see, it says Lord Parameshwara, he played the Damaruga. ठीक? Then the sounds that emerged out of the Nada were arranged in the form of sutra. Sutra is codes. Anyone who knows that? Maheshwara Sutra. Correct. Okay. So if you see, if you chant and recite that, okay, it will exactly sort of resemble the sound of Damaruga. Huh? Ayun. Okay? Rilrik. Eong. Ay ouch. Hayavarat. Lan. Nyamanganam. Jabhai. Gadadash. Jabagadash. Khapa chatatha chatathav. Kapai. Shashasar. Hal. So if you recite this with little more speed, exactly it resembles that of the sound of the damaru. I undrul ruk e ong I ouch hayavarat lang namaganam jhabhai. Okay. Now you see this particular all sounds whenever you speak of something you are denoting some rupa. It is nama is name. It is attached to some artha or object. Yes or no? Correct. So this nama and rupa, name and the meaning has to pre-exist. It has to pre-exist. What is the first attachment for a child soon after it comes out? Huh? Ma. है ना? Ma. It says. You see, the sound of ma is so divine. Automatically, just by from within, there is an attachment that it develops with the mother. You don't keep teaching the child by writing it on the board. See, I am, ma, me, and things like that. Do you? No. You don't do anything. You simply take care of the child. You feed the child. That's all. What the child automatically does is it starts calling you ma. Yes or no?
Yes.
Is this not an experience? See. Now, there is jnana of the object. Yes or no? There is jnana of the object outside, already within. Hai na? So, where are all the jnanendriyas present? In the mukha. In the mukha. So, it says, Arogyam Bhaskaradichhet. Anybody knows this? Arogyam Bhaskaradichhet. That if you want Arogya, if you pray to Lord Surya, Dhanamichet Hutashanat. If you want money and prosperity, pray to Agni. How many of you knew this? Nobody. Okay. You have to pray to Agni, Hutashana. Okay. Jnanam Maheshwaradichet. If you want Jnana, pray to Maheshwara. Why? That's because if you want Jnana, you should never have Ahankara. Okay? ठीक है. So, Jnanam Maheshwaradichet, Muktimicchet, Janardanath. ठीक है. So, the sound or the first knowledge in the form of language, which is called as bhasha, is called as bhasha, na? Anything is called as bhasha. Why is it called bhasha? Bha is brilliance about an object. That which lights up an object is called bhasha. What is so special about it is the sound that which comes out is exactly in sync with the artha or the meaning of the object and the characteristic features, the lakshana, etc., etc., etc. I will tell you, for example, see Brahma. I'm sure everybody of you have heard this word Brahma. How do you know what exactly is Brahma by the word meaning? Huh? What is Brahma?
Great.
No, no, I don't want English meaning.
बड़ा
हाँ हाँ है ना ब्रह्मतेर धातोः बृहत्तमत्वात् it says. You see why you should know all this. If you know exactly, then you will really appreciate and it will stay within you. It says Brahmater dhatoho. Simply Veda did not say Brahma. What is Brahma? You tell me now. What is Brahman? You tell me. What is Brahman? All pervasive, omnipresent, all pervading, omniscient. है ना? Yes or no? So, what is the, how does Brahma Sutra define Brahman? How does it define Brahman? How does it define Brahman? That is different. That is, no, 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 no. Brahma Sutra doesn't say that. Janmadhyasetaha. How do you understand Brahman? So it is telling, it doesn't speak exactly of Brahman. It says that from which this Jagat came. That's all. It doesn't speak about Brahman. So I don't understand by Janmadhyaseta, I don't understand Brahman. What is Brahman? No. Brahma Sutra doesn't say Brahman is me. No. It only speaks only of Brahman. Asya Jagataha Namarupabhyam Vyakritasya अनेक कर्तृ भोक्तृ संयुक्तस्य प्रतिनियत देश काल निमित्त क्रियाफलाश्रयस्य जन्म स्थिति भंगम सर्वज्ञात सर्वशक्तेः कारणात् भवति तद्ब्रह्म. You see how it defines Brahman. You asked neti neti. Same Brahma Sutra says asya jagataha nama rupabhyam vyakritasya कर्तृ भोक्तृ संयुक्तस्य प्रतिनियत देश काल निमित्त क्रियाफलाश्रयस्य जन्म स्थिति भंगम सर्वज्ञात सर्वशक्तेः कारणात् भवति तद्ब्रह्म. Okay, it is behind every aspect of existence as well as action, activity, as well as results experienced by all of us. No, that is Brahman, it says. Okay. So what am I driving at is, if you say Brahman, it is very easy to say neti neti. Now, I will never be able to understand what exactly is Brahman if you don't understand the exact word meaning of Brahman. It says Brahmader dhatoho brihattamatvat. Look at the beauty of Sanskrit. Brahmader dhato. Brahma is, it simply expands, grows. Till where? Brihattamatvat Brahma. If you perceive, if you are aware of anything that is the biggest, that is bigger than that. Something that is bigger than the biggest is Brahman. Anything if you perceive, if you say universe, Brahman is bigger than that. Okay? Now, don't you develop respect with respect to Brahman? Whenever you think of Brahman, immediately your eye closes, your hand gets folded because it is so big. First, you should start developing that respect with what you see outside, because Outside, every inch of it is Brahman. From where? Right from the sound that you utter, it is Brahman. So it started with Omkar. But why all this has been created is because for you. So you are not satisfied with a single sound of Om, which is the self. You have been manifested, there's a lot of variety that you see, Bheda, and for that interaction you need sounds because there is many forms and shapes. Okay, so there are many different kinds of sounds. Okay, you understood why there are so many? Now,
Sir, I have just one question.
yes,
So, actually, two questions. So, one is that sound is vibration or energy. There's no materiality attached to sound.
no, of course it is matter.
But sound is vibration.
Vibration also, doesn't it have a property of its own of conduction, na?
But sound
आकाश का तन्मात्र
doesn't have Katsumi in the sense of this materiality that we touch it.
of course, yes.
So that,
Mind also doesn't have.
yeah.
So
But that when we utter the sound, it creates the material object. So it aligns to different forces.
nahi. Come again with that question, the last part.
What I'm trying to say is that sound is material. It's not doesn't have the materiality that we see
Correct,
in the world.
correct.
So when we say the sound is uttered by the creator and the material forces align to create that object. So these are two different forces which are getting aligned.
No, how is it? Now you see, when the child says ma, that ma travels, falls in line with that particular form of one's three, and there is a meaning attached to that particular sound, which is carried by the person who pronounces it, which is already there.
So, but in that case, the child is not creating the mother.
No, it doesn't create the no. The thing of mother is already there.
Yeah, so when we talk of creation,
Yes,
and the sound creates
correct.
the material reality.
I completely understood what your question is.
So, two
I understood.
different
Correct.
things that-
No, you see, correct. I understood what you're saying. So, this question is related to how many of you don't know Lalita Sahasranamam here? Lalita Sahasranam? Okay. Okay. There is a stotra or recitation in praise of goddess. There it speaks of para pashyanti madhyama vaikhari, para pratyakchiti rupa pashyanti paradevata, madhyama vaikhari rupa bhaktamanasa hamsika. So actually what happens, see from where is this speech coming, you see. Now you are uttering, people who are into psychology, see when you are uttering sounds with respect to an object, it is in the wakeful state. When you go to dream, this particular kind of speech is not there. It is only the mind which is active. When you go to deep sleep, there is no speech at all. Oh yes, 5 minutes. So there is no speech at all in deep sleep. Who is in deep sleep?
Only the self, the Atma.
Always, I have a very sincere request. If we have to progress, na, don't go to don't go to information. Try to relate to yourself and bring out answers. That is when we will really progress.
Yes, I'm there.
Simple answer. That's all what I want. Who is in the deep sleep? I am in deep sleep. Forget. That's the answer. Anybody else along with me in deep sleep? Huh? No. Any Sharira, Manas, anything else? As a housewife? No, nothing. Is there sound? There is sound sleep, but there is no sound. Hannah? Absolutely no, nothing. Now, without anything there in deep sleep, from where are you getting the energy to speak so much? Who is speaking now? In the wakeful state, who is speaking? I am speaking. So, there is a need for me to speak because there is an interaction that is required. There is Jagat. So, I speak with the Bhasha because it has to light up the object, Jagat. In dream state, there is the pratyaya or images of all the objects that I have seen. So I only recollect or I only see, observe the images. So I don't require this kind of Vaikhari Vak as a language, but that sound is also there. Okay, yes or no? Huh? But in deep sleep, only I am there. I, as the body interacting with Jagat, is there in wakeful state. I, as mind, is there in the dream state. But I am only there in the deep sleep state. There is no sound, nothing. Because there is no interaction, there is no Jagat. Yes or no? This is Sushupti. Okay. So, from where is the actual thing coming from? Sound? You tell me now.
Very
From where is the sound coming from, originating from? Are you understanding my question? In the wakeful state, I am only talking, I am using the language, the form of sound. In deep state of sleep, in Sushupti also, I am only there. Because there is no Jagat, I don't need a language. But when I need it, from where is it coming?
Originating from where there was nothing.
From where? Arey, there are only three things: me, my mind, and myself. Na? Me as body, me as mind, only me. Only thing, three things. Na? Only me. Is this yes or no? Yes. But actually, who is that me? Now you tell me.
not the body.
Actually, who is that me? Now you at least
The real me,
the real me. Who is that real me?
not the mind, not the intellect.
That is all okay. Not is okay. What does the Shastra say?
So what is
Are Bapre. Who is that I in deep sleep? Pratyekatman. Who is actually Pratyekatman? Brahman. Pratyekatman is none other than the ultimate cause or energy, the intellect behind the universe. ठीक है? So it is called Paravak. You know what is Paravak? Paravak is absolute silence. Absolute silence is Paravak. See, in Upanishads, there is a conversation between teacher and student. The teacher, the student comes to the teacher and says, "Can you please give me Atmajnan?" The teacher is absolutely calm and composed and silent. After some time, "I've been waiting. You have not told me anything. You have not given me Upadesh." He keeps silent. Third time he asks, "I've been asking you. You have not been telling me anything." Then he says, "I've been telling you. You are not understanding. Atman doesn't speak. है ना? Atman is not what speaks. It is simply there. No, that is paravak. Okay? From where is it emerging? From here. What is pashyanti is when it comes to the mind. When it comes to the mind, what you need to speak, so many things come, right? That is pashyanti, when you are able to see. Are you not kshetrajna? Are you not kshetrajna?
Yes.
I'm sure everybody knows this term, na? Kshetrajna. So as kshetrajna, you are also seeing the mind. So you are seeing the vak, which is pashyanti. ठीक है? Then what is the seat of manas?
Say it again.
What is the seat of manas? Huh? Huh?
I
Okay. Next. Hridaya. I'm surprised Swamiji has not told this. I'm sure I would have told this. Hridaya is the seat, the house of manas.
In the waking state.
Eh?
In the waking state.
Ah. It's always like that
Not
only.
in the deep sleep. In the sleeping state.
No. It is the main, the house where he comes and resides is that only.
The physical heart.
Yes. Yes. Of course, yes. From where are the emotions coming?
The physical heart.
Yes. What is this? See? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman Soshnute Sarvan Kaman Saha Brahmana Vipaschiteti Tad Brahma. So where is Brahman? Why is it called Hridayakasha? Why is it called Pundarika? Hridayakasha. Because it is here. Whenever there is an emotion, why does this pain? Huh? Yes or no? Immediately people touch their heart, na? Oh my God. Huh? Automatic reaction, na? Why? That is because emotions come from here. Again, you know what is Hridaya? That which gives and takes. Daya, Hridaya means Sanskritam, that which gives and takes. Emotions go, emotions come in. Even in the form of blood, things go, oxygenated thing goes, comes in, deoxygenated thing comes in, there is a circulation, etc. Blood carries all these. Please remember, emotions are present even in the blood. Manas is there. Sarvavyapakatvat. That is why whenever somebody gets angry, which is an emotion, they say blood boils.
Is there any other fat in our body
Okay.
beyond
What
the
can
skin?
be
No.
physical heart.
Yes, Amma, physical heart. You see, there are 4 chambers. है ना? Achha, slightly going somewhere, but I will answer this. If you rip open, yes, no, I have to answer this and I will stop. If you rip open 4 chambers, there are 4 chambers, na,
Yeah,
in plus mark, which means to say they had to be formed as a heart, na.
yeah,
Earlier to formation, they
yeah,
had to be formed.
yeah.
What was there? You tell me what was there. It comes to there is a common point, na, of 4 chambers. What is there in that common point? You tell me now. Do you know this is the latest research that the common point is not concretely fused, though it is fused. There is an element of akasha, space, hridayakasha, which Upanishads speak of, where the Paramatman resides, where I reside, from where the sound is emerging. Okay? That is para. Pashyanti is this mind. Madhyama is when I decide what I want to speak, is Madhyama. So I travel from my own seat to my mind, and then I come to buddhi. I decide what I have to speak, and then I come through the karmendriya, and then I utter. Are you understanding how sound travels? What exactly is speech? Okay. Now this is how it is already there in you. Depending on the adhyasa, on the interaction, that word comes out whenever there is a need. Otherwise, it dies off like any other language. You are in Delhi, stay there for 3 months, you will know Hindi. You go to Kerala, stay there for 25 years, you quit after 3 months, Delhi, you forget Hindi, you start developing Malayalam. From where did it learn? You basically, because you heard, it went into the buddhi, to yourself, and it came out. You know what I'm saying? This is how a language comes out. The importance of each one of the letters, I will take it after the tea break, coffee break.
So there is no other art.
Okay. There is no other heart.
We have been told this is the center.
हाँ जी.
Melody. But this is.
No. Hridaya means that only. Okay. Anyway, there is a term used as peripheral heart in the lower limbs because it pumps whenever you walk. Whenever you walk, the calf muscles pump, na? So the blood from lower extremity towards the upper heart. So it's also termed, it's just named peripheral heart. Achha, we will all gather again. Nitinji, what is the time allotted for coffee break?
15 minutes coffee break, sir.
15 minutes coffee break.
12 o'clock, we'll come back at
12:15 exactly. ठीक है.